These rats look so cute, right? But beware, rats are actually one of the deadliest invasive species of the world. And rising temperatures and urbanization are only making things easier for them.
In this knowledge clip, we will illustrate how rising temperatures and urbanization make it for some generalist invasive species like pigeons and rats possible to thrive in this Anthropocene world. It is a golden combination for them since rising temperatures makes it possible to breathe all year round and survive the winters, while urbanization provides safe habitats and almost unlimited food resources and food opportunities. An invasive species is an organism introduced by humans that becomes overpopulated and harms its new environment. We will illustrate this with the example of brown rats, a generalist invasive species that can have millions descendants per year. They spread to almost all parts of the world, from China. By hopping on ships, as generalists, they can adapt to many different food sources. After this clip, you will know how these invasive species will become increasingly prevalent under the changing climate conditions in the Anthropocene world.
Yes, so rats thrive in a warmer climate. Because of rising temperatures, the winters are warmer in some parts of the world, like New York and the Netherlands. This means that rats can now also have offspring in the winter, something they previously could not. Every female rat can now have 10 more offspring per year. Older rats can survive milder winters more easily as well. Humans are more active when it is warmer outside, and more human activity means that more waste is produced. Humans' garbage leftover food have been feeding rat population for decades.
But except for the fact that we humans do not enjoy having all these rats running around, what are the effects of these rising rat populations on other species? Firstly, rats are a danger to bird populations, especially when the birds are breeding. Rats can wipe out total bird populations. Not only that, rat eradication methods like rat poison and traps can have negative effects on other species that are caught in the crossfire. Thirdly, rats not only have impact on species living in cities, also in other places, for example islands, rats can influence whole ecosystems. Rats feed off turtle eggs, tortoise eggs and invertebrates, pressuring the populations there. They can also damage the forest vegetation by eating the seedlings, increasing the risk of forest collapse. Still, it's not all negative. Rats are in a balanced ecosystem efficient scavengers. They dig into the soil, creating an extensive network of tunnels and burrows. This serves as not only home to them, but to several other smaller animals in the ecosystem too. They play an important role in seed dispersal. However, other species are not equipped to deal with the current amount of rats, humans included.
This example shows that the presence of generalist invasive species can impact the ecosystem in numerous ways. And this impact will only get bigger if these invasive species can continue to benefit from urbanization and rising temperatures. To conclude, there are two processes happening right now we want you to be aware of. Firstly, rising temperatures make it easier for invasive species to survive and breed, causing huge population growth, as seen with the rats. Secondly, especially invasive species that are able to benefit from living close to humans in cities will have an extremely high carrying capacity because there are so many humans in urban areas that produce so much waste.
The rise in temperatures is already happening, but we can prevent it from getting worse by reducing our emission. How to tackle problems with generalist invasive species? We need to significantly reduce the amount of waste we produce. It is no coincidence that rats thrive in big cities where the amounts of waste are all-time high. If you want to take matters in your own hands, you can look at this website for the tips or just give it to your pet rats.